As a lifelong resident of Monroe and West Monroe, and a full-time real estate agent, join me on this journey as we discuss real-world topics in real estate and take a deeper dive into what our community has to offer. I'm Brian Bendily, and this is why I love what I do. All right, so today we're talking with Jeff Hawkins with American Home Shield, and we're going to talk about home warranties, or some people refer to them as home protection plans. So Jeff, I guess we'll start off talking about, just tell me a little bit about your company, and let's just kind of dive into what is a home warranty or home protection plan.
Sure. And thanks for having me, Brian. A home protection plan is basically a budget tool to protect your home purchase. One of the biggest purchases you'll make, protect your home after the sale. It protects the major systems and appliances inside the home. We get a lot of confusion with homeowners insurance and home warranties or home protection plans. So, the major difference, the home warranty plan is designed, if your systems go out due to normal wear and tear, your air conditioner unit, your heating system, your kitchen appliances, the goal of the home warranty is to either repair or replace those items. And homeowners insurance kind of protects the structure of the home, weather-related issues, acts of God. Those are all, fall under the homeowner's insurance.
So let's kind of dive a little bit deeper on that. So we know that the three big main systems of a house is going to be, actually it's going to be, was it four? So we got roof, we have electrical, we have HVAC, which is our heat and air, and then we have foundation. So let's start with the roof and cover these four big topics. And what would American Home Shield cover with the roof? Now, I know you guys have different tier packages, and this may kind of come into some of those different tiers, but what would you guys cover in a roof situation?
Sure. And the roof is actually a brand new option we just added here in the last couple of weeks. So it's an option that you can add to any package that you select. But basically, it's throughout the term of the contracts run for 1 year at a time. So the roof coverage, there's a $1,500 limit. So if there's any holes that appear in the roof, it's just due to normal wear and tear. It wouldn't cover, like if a tree fell on the roof, it wouldn't cover those types of repairs, but any types of just normal wear and tear to the roof that's caused a leak or caused damage, that's what the roof option is designed to cover for.
So if we had a flashing issue where it was water, over time, the adhesive on the flashing had gotten messed up and we're maybe leaking around the chimney, it would cover stuff like that, or some nail pops, and we had some water issues or a valley that started leaking. Is that kind of what you're talking about as far as roof goes?
It is, yeah. If some shingles need replacing, if they've just worn out over time, just kind of some cosmetic issues that occur with the roof over time is what it's intended for. Yes.
So
sir.
if you say on that one is a $1,500 limit, let's talk about, we have a warranty that maybe we want multiple years. So when the first year runs out, they want to renew. That is possible, correct?
It is, yes.
Okay.
The plans are renewable on an annual basis, and that limit would start over each year upon
Okay,
renewal.
great. So the limit that we have on items start over at the beginning of the next year.
Right. Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. So let's move into electrical. What would be any type of electrical that this warranty would cover?
Sure. And think within the foundation of the home. So the plan, any electrical within the home, the electrical wiring, the outlets, the breaker box, any of those issues that fail due to normal wear and tear. If the electrical wiring goes bad, if one of the outlets is not getting power, maybe it's an older home that's got old electrical wiring in it. If that's just worn down over time, it'll take care of replacing those for you. Some of the instances we get a lot of calls, up in the attic, there may be um, squirrels chewing on electrical wiring. We wouldn't cover any types of those repairs. It has to be normal wear and tear, just breaking down over time.
Okay, so so that's a good example, because I've had that case with homeowners, would have a squirrel getting in the attic and chewing through some wires. So how would that process work? I know through the plan, we just can't call our electrician, our buddy, to come over and fix it. We have to go through you guys, and y'all have vetted people that you hire locally that'll come out and look at something. So what happens when a person that you guys have vetted, we've called you, or not you directly, we've called the service, so we have an electrical problem, and you send one of your reputable people out to take a look at it. Tell me what happens at that point when it's not covered.
Sure. The technician, they'll give a full diagnosis to the homeowner. They'll call into once they get their diagnosis, they'll call into American Home Shield and say, "Hey, this is the address we were at today. This is what we found as the diagnosis." Um, and then our American Home Shield Service Department, they'll turn around and call the homeowner and say, "Hey, this is an item that's included as coverage, or this is an item that's not part of the home warranty coverage."
Okay.
So once that's confirmed, it would be up to the homeowner. If you wanted to go ahead, once that technician is out at the home, if they're able to, repair that issue while they're there, even though if it's not part of the coverage, then that would be up to the homeowner if they want to pay that expense.
Okay, fantastic. Let's move it into the HVAC system. Now, I know that uh, different companies offer different things when it comes to the home protection plan for the HVAC system. Give us a general rundown of how purchasing a home warranty would cover the heat and air unit, and are there any nuances that we need to know so that we're better educated through the process?
Sure. And the HVAC units, one of the bigger ticket items, one of the more expensive items in the home. Um, and I would say, a home warranty, this is probably one of the biggest items that a lot of homeowners get a home warranty to cover for. Um, Regardless of the age of the HVAC unit, and we can throw in the water heater as well, whether it's a 5-year-old unit or a 20-year-old unit, the home warranty is going to provide coverage the exact same way. So if it's an older unit, if you're purchasing a home and it's an older unit, everything's functioning, the inspection turned out fine, the home protection plan is a great value add to include coverage on that unit because it is older. Eventually it may break down due to normal wear and tear. Um, but as long as it's, functioning, everything is going good with it. That's a great way to think of a home warranty and add that HVAC coverage. Um, the home warranty plan also, if there's a repair that's needed, that's part of the coverage. For any of the covered items, there's a service fee. It's similar to a deductible, but it's $100.
Okay.
And that takes care of the technician coming out to diagnose what the issue is. Any repairs that they're able to do is included in that service fee. If there's specific parts, maybe for the HVAC unit, they have to order and come back and install. That's part of that service fee. And also, if the unit has just broken down due to normal wear and tear over time and it's not repairable, the service fee does cover the replacement of that item as well. And it will be a similar replacement to what's currently at the home as far as functionality goes. So that would be included. And just one other thing is, as far as, when you replace an older air conditioning unit or heating unit, there may be some modifications needed to get it kind of up to code, or there may be permits involved. And a lot of that cost is already built into the home warranty. So if there's a permit that's needed, the home warranty plan will help cover $250 to obtain that permit. If there's code upgrades that are needed, that's also a $250 that's included as well. And sometimes they may have to extend the slab for a new air conditioning unit. There may be additional duct work that's needed if the new unit's not compatible to the ductwork in the home. So that helps cut down on some of those costs other than replacing the air conditioner unit.
Okay, is there a cap like on the roof when it comes to the HVAC unit?
There's not on the air conditioning unit. The only cap we have is if there's like an underground geothermal unit, there is a $2,000 limit on those.
Okay.
But if it's gas or electric air conditioning, there's not a cap as far as repairs or replacements go.
Okay, fantastic. So regular heating units and heat pumps, they will be covered, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Fantastic. All right, so let's move down into slab related or foundation. Is there any type of coverage that you guys offer within your protection plan that covers, foundation or anything to do with the slab?
The slab there, as far as foundation goes, if a majority, I would say, of these issues would have to do with plumbing. If there's a pipe that might be busted right underneath the slab, the home warranty plan will include the $1,500 limit if the technician has to drill down into the slab, replace or repair a plumbing pipe, and then they'll get it back to a rough finish condition. And sometimes, like, they may have to tear down some drywall, kind of as another example as well, to repair or replace a pipe. So that would, be part of that $1,500 as well. And then they'll get it back to a rough finish condition. It wouldn't cover like repainting the wall, but they'll try to get it back to condition where it's usable.
Well, I'll tell you that is something that I recommend my customers think about, especially in older homes. Here in Louisiana, we have a very heavy clay-based soil in a lot of areas, and when we have a lot of water and then we have dry spells, our ground tends to move a little bit more than it does in some other areas. And I've been witness to water lines underneath the house burst, hot water lines underneath the house burst, and the customer actually did have a home warranty, and it was able to mitigate a lot of that expense. So it definitely came in handy. Let's talk about household appliances. I know that's another area that these home warranties work extremely well for, especially when you ever have to call a repair person out to work on an appliance. In a lot of cases, it is cheaper to have it repaired, but it's still not cheap when you have an appliance go down. So let's talk about appliances and what it covers.
Sure, exactly. And let me add one other thing, Brian, to the plumbing before I forget here. And this actually happened to my personal home not too long ago. I had a leak about halfway from the meter at the street to our house, and it was leaking water. So the local water authority let me know there was a leak. Anything from the water meter to the home would not be part of the coverage. If it's not within the foundation, it wouldn't be under the home warranty. So just wanted to add that.
But being that we're on plumbing before we get into appliance, let's talk about plumbing stoppages. So we've got maybe tree roots have grown into the plumbing line, or we just have maybe a collapsed plumbing line. Is there any type of coverage that would help in those areas?
Yeah, that's a good question as well. And that comes up a lot too. Probably two of the biggest plumbing questions we get are calls where roots have grown in the pipes or the pipes have frozen and bursted. Those we wouldn't consider those as normal wear and tear. The pipe just collapsing on its own would be considered normal wear and tear. And that's where the repair or replacement of that pipe would be included.
Okay.
And a lot of time it's, the homeowners, you're not able to determine that until a technician comes out. But if it's, weather related, if it's the roots or freezing pipe, those would not be included.
Okay. Fantastic. Let's jump into appliances.
Sure. Yeah, appliances and that's a busy trade right now, especially with a lot of folks being home. More appliances are being used more than ever these days. So there's a lot more normal wear and tear, with folks being at home. But the middle package, it's the Shield Plus package, that adds coverage for all of the kitchen appliances. So your refrigerator, dishwasher, if you have a built-in microwave oven, the range oven, and then the washer and dryer would be included as well.
Okay.
So there is, for each appliance, there's a $3,000 limit, which is a fairly good amount for the appliances there. So if they break down, if parts are needed, repairs are needed, or if the unit just goes out completely, that would be part of the coverage as well.
Okay. So on all packages that you guys offer, we still talking for a trade fee of $100 for each one. So if my refrigerator breaks down, my total out of pocket for that to get it back up and running is only going to be $100. Do I understand that correctly?
Correct. As long as it's an issue that's due to normal wear and tear, that would be that service fee. Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Jeff, I know you guys offer enhancements, and that's what I want to refer to, enhancements to a lot of these packages that could cover additional things. The next big one that pops out is going to be swimming pool coverage. Talk about kind of what we would cover on a swimming pool, and then any other common enhancements that you can add onto a plan.
Sure. And we've got coverage for the standard chlorine pool. There's also a saltwater pool package. And then there's a spa option that's available as well. Just to hit on the spa as well, if it's built in and part of the pool, that would be, there's a pool/spa option that you can add. It's one package. The plan would not cover like a standalone or a portable spa. It has to be built in or concrete encased. Right. But the pool option, it is designed to cover the mechanical, the working parts of the pool. It would not cover any part of the structure of the pool. If there's issues with the liners, those types of items, but the working parts in the pool are included. I know the pool cleaners that go down, it covers the kind of the mechanical parts of it. It wouldn't include like the attachment itself that cleans the pool, but if there's an electrical issue where it's not getting that pool cleaner working, that would be part of the coverage. And the pumps and the motors related to the pool would be included as well.
Okay, great. Couple more things I want to hit before we finish up. The first thing is going to be, a lot of people don't realize, but the seller can add coverage at the time of listing. What would be an advantage for a seller? And it's no upfront cost for the seller to go ahead and purchase this package, but there's true value to that seller to have the package, and it also gives an enhancement because the buyer can carry that package a year into after the closing. Talk about that for a minute.
Sure, that's correct. The seller's coverage, it's great for a few reasons. one of the reasons you can advertise that your home is currently protected while it's on the market. The seller's coverage package that we have, it protects just the major systems in the home. So your HVAC units, the water heater, the plumbing, electrical, and the ductwork. So that's what the seller's coverage. The appliance package would only be available for buyers to add. But as a seller, you can advertise, hey, my home is listed right now. I've got American Home Shield coverage currently on the home. So if anything comes up prior to closing, I can simply call American Home Shield to set up a service call. And that should bring peace of mind to buyers, knowing, if anything last minute comes up, the home is protected. And then it's, another option, kind of a selling tool, is that once the home closes, that coverage can simply be transferred into the buyer's name for 1 full year. And then if they were interested in adding the appliances to the plan, that can be added as well. So it's a great item to add for issues that come up last minute, or while the home's on the market. I know there's a lot going on, and the last thing you want to worry about is an issue coming up before you sell the home.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the number one thing that comes up in inspections is going to be the HVAC system, to where it may not be cooling properly, or various reasons that, the heat distribution may not be right. So knowing that you have that coverage could be a wise thing for you to consider. Let's talk about the professionals. Do you have any insight into, I feel like it's important when someone comes out to work on anything in your house that number one, they're vetted and they've got the right qualifications. Do you have any insight to what American Home Shield does to vet their contractors that come out into homes, to make sure that they're safe and they're professional in all aspects?
Sure. We have a department specifically. All they do is work with our contractors, work with getting new contractors on board, making sure our contractors are doing what they're supposed to, what's part of the home warranty plan. So any technician that American Home Shield works with is licensed and insured. So you don't have to worry about a company coming out that's not licensed or insured. So our contractor department, they're always looking for good technicians. If anything comes up that's out of the ordinary, they always want to know about it, whether it's good or bad. But each technician that we send out, we make sure they are licensed and insured.
Great. Well, Jeff, and for those that are watching this today, we haven't talked prices just because, like anything in life, prices are subject to change. And my 15 years, a little 15 years being in the business, I've seen the prices change. But one of the things that really surprises me is that prices haven't changed an awful lot over the past 15 years. So I know a lot of other things have changed in prices. So I think the value is still great for the person who needs to have that reassurance that if something was to break, for most people, the home purchase is probably their single largest investment. And for some people, they've put pretty much their last dollar into not only the purchase price of the house, but, the down payments, the closing costs, and then, the moving expenses. That they're not left with a lot at the end of the day. And having that protection plan that might help you sleep a little easier, knowing that if something was to happen, which we hope it never does, but home ownership comes with responsibilities, means that things are going to happen over time. But having that reassurance that we can pick up the phone and our biggest expense is going to be $100 for covered items is that's a peace of mind for a lot of people. So is there anything you'd like to, as we finish up, anything else you'd like to say about the product and why they should, because there's lots of products people can choose from, but your company comes with a great reputation. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we get out of here today?
Yeah, I'll add to it. We talked about kind of inspection reports a little while ago, but kind of just to add to that, inspector may, they may come out and they'll document, if your air conditioning unit is maybe 15 to 20 years old, they may document, older air conditioning unit may need replacing in the future. The same with the water heater. And that may be kind of a red light to certain buyers. They may not be interested in an older unit, but what you can do is turn around if, as long as the unit's functioning, because units, they work a little bit longer than sometimes they're supposed to. But a home warranty plan, that's a perfect example of where it can come in and you can say, hey, buyers, this American Home Shield warranty, even though this unit is 15 years old, once you close on the home, if you have a issue that comes up with us, this is what the home warranty is designed to either take care of repairs or replacements for you. So that can kind of help keep some of the buyers into the purchase of your home, even if it's an older home or has older systems and appliances.
Oh, fantastic. So if people are interested that are watching this and they want to learn more about American Home Shield, where can they go and get more information at?
Sure. The easiest way to get information is just to give our sales department a quick phone call. They're open 7 days a week. The phone number, it's 800-735-4663. And they can send over, if you needed a copy of like a PDF of the information, they can send that right over to you. Kind of answer any general questions you may have. So they're available to answer questions. And if you wanted to go ahead and set up coverage, they can do that as well for you.
And I'll even give you a better way of contacting them. Just give me a call. Jeff does a great job of keeping us supplied with flyers that really explain everything that his company has to offer. And Jeff has been so gracious to take this time with me that I'm sure if you were to ask me a question, I couldn't answer it. Jeff be willing to take the call and help us through it. So, Jeff, thank you so much for your time today. And American Home Shield, it's a company that's been around for many years, and I've heard a lot of great things, great report from my customers. So, Jeff, thank you for your time today, and I look forward to future business with you.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
All right.
All righty.